and every debt is paid. The shadow of the counter, the smell of ancient ink, a world where only masters are authorized to think. I see the young apprentice with a paper toy in hand. I crush his little freedom like a castle made of sand. The scrolls of heavy ledger, the scripture of the store. We lock the gates of mercy and we bolt the heavy door. To use a man is but to use your soul's own private pain. I whisper to the mirror while I'm standing in the rain. Is it a horse, a deer? The mocking voices rise. I drown them with the thunder of my cold and hollow eyes. The hand that holds the brush must never shake or stray from the path of strict devotion in the furnace of the day. I am the gear of iron, I am the stone of law, the saint of the accounting without a single flaw. Under the iron mask of the law, see the show of the saint without a flaw. Inside the furnace where the rules are born, the servant's heart is quietly torn. Evening bells are tolling for the market's weary soul. I check the secret locks and I assume the final role. I'm heading for the shrine. I tell the bowing crowd, my voice is sharp and steady, my intentions are wrapped in shroud. But underneath the apron, the tiger starts to wake. For every vow of silence is a vow I'm born to break. The stage is being set, the lights are growing dim. My vanity is tight around my neck. I'm spinning in the circle of the laughter and the song, thinking that this moment could forever last as long. But on the distant shoreline, the doctor stands so still, with a gaze like winter frost upon the windowsill. Beside him stands the master, the father of my soul, looking for the fragment that would make the picture whole. Is that the ghost of Jai-Hey? The doctor asks the wind. The master shakes his head. My steward hasn't sinned. He's like the hardest bread. He's a statue of the law, but I am dancing closer like a moth into the claw. The blindfold covers vision, but it cannot hide the scent of a destiny that's coming, of a life that's nearly spent. I reach out through the darkness and grab a sleeve of gold, and the air becomes as bitter as the centuries of old. It's been a long time. The polite words lie under the burning, judgmental sky. The show is over. The light is too bright. I've walked into the sun from the middle of the night. Silence like a hammer hitting iron in the dark. The master turns away to hide the dying of the spark. He's my best man, he whispers, let him keep his pride. But the ocean of my terror has no place for me to hide. The river turns to acid, the cherry trees to bone. I am standing on the summit, but I'm standing all It's been a long time. The polite words lie under the burning, judgmental sky. The show is over. The light is too bright. I've walked into the sun from the middle of the night. A century. In a second, the fall. The candle flickers out within the silence of the hall. The shadow of the century is writing on the wall. Should I vanish in the darkness? Should I run into the rain? Or stay and face the verdict of the master of my pain? A snake half killed, I whisper, as the morning light appears, carrying the burden of 27 years. I sit upon the tatami, I bow my head so low, waiting for the thunder, waiting for the blow. But the voice is like a river, steady, deep and wide. The machine that never wanders has no fire deep inside, neither incense nor the sulfur a life of gray and dust, is not the soul of commerce, is not the heart of trust. He speaks of grander visions, of the passion in the play that turns the wheels of fortune through the labor of the day. I forgive the man who wanders if he knows the way back home, to the temple of the business, to the holy golden dome. Man is man-made, the master says with a smile. Walk with a pride through the extra mile. The machines of the trade need the fire of the play to drive the dark satanic mills away. Why did you greet me with those words so strange and cold? Long time no see, I answered, with a heart that's growing bold. Because the moment that I caught you, I knew the